so first we can see the light bulbs are working. So right here is where I'm going to be putting my capacitor. I have to reset it first. And this is going to be somewhat difficult for me to do. What we need to look at is, first of all, will the light bulbs light up or not for round bulb 1, which is this one, and round bulb 2, will they light up during charging or not? And the other thing is we need to look at which way the compass needle deflects. So I'm going to have to kind of show you this multiple times. So first of all, we're going to look at, do the light bulbs light up when it's charging? So you want to watch the light bulbs here. Okay, so now I'm going to connect it and watch the light bulbs. Yes, they did light for just a brief moment. Okay, so both of them lit up. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do the discharging part, just again watching the light bulbs. So I'm going to disconnect from the batteries. And again, you want to watch the light bulbs when they connect, see if they light up. And again, yes, they did, just for a brief moment. Okay. So that takes care of the lighting part. So now let's go ahead and look at the compass deflection. So the way we're going to do this is we have to look at the compass needle deflection during charging and during discharging. And I think I need to take down the wire, and I'm going to have to zoom in to the camera so you'll be able to see it. So we're going to look at wire A, which way the needle deflects. It will either kind of deflect inward or outward, and that will help you figure out which way the current is flowing. And then instead of doing wire B next, since we're going to have a charged capacitor then at that moment, oh, I forgot to reset. Since we're going to have a charged capacitor, we're going to actually do the discharging circuit. So we're in charge and then discharge. We're going to keep going back and forth. The first wire we're going to look at is A for charging, and then we're going to look at wire E for discharging. And then we're in charge again, and we'll look at wire B, and then we're in discharge it and look at wire F. Then we're in charge again and look at wire C, and then we're in discharge and look at wire G. And then we'll charge it one more time to look at wire D, and that'll be the last one. Okay, so let me go ahead and tape down this wire. I have to tape it down because I'm kind of by myself here. And I'm going to have to zoom in with the camera to look at the compass needle deflection. So this red needle will either point inward or it rotates outward. Okay, so I'm getting ready to charge. So let's see if I can move this. Actually, you know what? I think this way you'll be able to see that I'm getting ready to connect. And I will be able to connect right here, and you need to look at the needle when I do that. Okay, so here we go. And so it deflected outward. The red deflected outward. So that was wire A. Okay, and now it's fully charged up. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the battery pack, and we're going to discharge now. And the way I'm going to discharge is I'm going to connect these two alligator clips together. And when I do this, now wire A will now become wire E. So now we're getting ready to look at E. And it deflected inward that time, it rotated inward. Okay, so now let me go ahead and reset my capacitor. Take the tape off of this wire A now. Put my battery pack back. And I have to rotate my entire circuit so that I can do now wire B. Okay, so I've rotated my circuit around. I think I'll zoom out here a little bit so you can see this. Rotated my circuit around. And now I'm going to take the wire back, and this will be now wire B. So now we're getting ready to do wire B. And I'm going to zoom back in so you can see the needle. And I'm going to go ahead and connect. Let's see. I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect here. That way you can see exactly when I'm connecting. All right, so here we go. And so this is charging. This is wire B. Again, it looked like it deflected momentarily outward a little bit there. Okay, and now it should be totally charged. I'm going to take the battery pack out. And I'm going to disconnect here. That way you're able to see when I connect it. And connect the two wires that were attached to the battery pack together. And so now we're getting ready to discharge. This will be wire F. And it deflected inward a little bit there momentarily. Okay, so this one's inward. All right, so let me go ahead and reset again. All right, so now I need to take the tape off and rotate again. Zoom back out. And hook up my circuit again. And okay, so that was wire B, and now we're getting ready to go C. So I have to rotate everything around here. So this will be wire C now. So go ahead and take that down. And right, so now let me go ahead and zoom in so you can see the needle. And I think I'm going to go ahead and disconnect here. That way you'll be able to see when I connect all the wires. So this will be charging up. And again, let me make sure it's reset. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and connect. This will be charging. This will be wire C. And it had a momentary deflection outward again. Okay, so it should be totally charged up again now. I'm going to take the battery pack out. And I'm going to disconnect it here so that you'll be able to see the moment that I connect together. The two leads that were on the battery, now I'm going to go ahead and connect them together. We're getting ready to do discharging. This will be wire G. So this will be wire G. and I touch it, and you can see it momentarily deflects inward. Just a moment. All right, so now we have to rotate it one more time. And let me zoom back out again so you can see what I'm doing. Rotate one more time. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect here. That way you'll be able to see the moment I connect it. And let me tape this wire down. We're getting ready to do wire D now. Right, all connected except for right here. And let me go ahead and reset the capacitor again. All right, let me zoom in. So there's the light bulb, and I'm getting ready to connect. I think I need to do this. Ready to connect. And again, this will be wire D. And there was a momentary deflection outward again.